You've been busy. You've been busy, Danny. Go, look at that. Oh wow, you've done so much, haven't you? That's brilliant. Ah, brilliant.
That's all dug this with bindweed. I mean, it's all the bindweed.
Oh yeah, loads of bindweed in there. Bindweed and brambles. Oh, well done. I think you deserve a cuppa now. You can have two if you want to. Are you coming over now then?
Yeah.
Good, you can carry my bags. I've got some more seed sowing to do today. I'm still playing catch up. So I've got tomatoes, got some brassicas and a couple of other things. So I'll show you now. I've already laid them on the top. So all I've got to do now is put the soil on there and give them a water. Surprising the time it takes, isn't it? Anyway, let me tell you what tomatoes I'm sowing. I've already sown one variety of tomato, as in my last video, and I've got another 5 to sow today, and that is tomato crimson blush. Now we grew those last year and they were fabulous, lovely big tomatoes. They are a variety you can grow outdoors, but we found they grew better, even better in the polytunnel. So they're an F1, so obviously you can't keep the seeds from the tomatoes you grow. So that's the one. And we've got these sweetheart tomatoes. There's loads of seeds, there's loads left over in that one. The F1, you don't seem to get so many seeds, do you? Anyway, I've also got Barry's Crazy Cherry, and they were amazing last year. They grew really well. They're little yellow tomatoes, but I'd come down and I'd often snack on them. They did go wild. When I say wild, they stayed, quite compact, but loads and loads of little yellow tomatoes. So we were debating whether to grow them or not, and I decided I would because they are a nice little snack when you're down at the allotment. I've also got honeycomb, and they're an F1. They're little cherry tomatoes as well. And these ones are San Marzano. Now, San Marzano sort of tomatoes are a little bit longer. They look a little bit like a pepper. Between a tomato and a pepper, I would say. That's the sort of shape. And they're great for freezing and for sauces and things like that. So we've not grown them before, so we're going to give it a go this year. So looking forward to growing those actually, and the sweetheart ones, because we didn't grow those ones last year. So that's the tomatoes. So the brassicas we're growing are Calabrese broccoli, Ramoso, that one there, and cauliflower, all year round cauliflower, cabbage, the greyhound cabbage. Now we grew greyhound cabbage last year and we had loads of cabbage, and it grew really well. And you can seem to plant more cabbages in your bed of those because they don't spread out too much. So going to do those again. And we've got 2 different varieties of Brussels sprouts. We've got Evesham Special and Bedford Darkmar 21. So we're going to give both of those a go. And the other 2 things I'm just going to sow in today are strawberries. Now I've never grown strawberries from seed before, and these are Grenadian F1 hybrids. So some of these I had free, and most of them I think I have bought, or we've had in the Kitchen Garden magazine. But those ones came from my seed stash that I had from Doug's sister. So I thought, I'll give those a go. They're large, deep red fruit. So they sound that lovely. So the other thing I'm sowing is spring onions, and these ones are Lilia Purple. I've not grown that spring onion before. Again, that was one of Doug's sister, so we'll give that one a go. So like I said, I've already placed the seeds on there, so it's just to put some soil on there now and give them a water, and then they're done then. Some more seeds sown. The only thing I'm worried about at the moment is the temperature, because it's been lovely and warm in the day, but the temperatures drop drastically in the evening. So the peppers are here in the polytunnel. So I'm thinking of taking those home. I might leave these ones here for now, and see how the temperature goes now over the next few days. Because if the temperature is too cold and they're too damp, they could rot off, and I don't want that to happen. So I'll see how the temperature goes, but I might take the peppers and chilies home anyway. So because they do need a nice warm temperature. I mean, the tomatoes need it warm as well, to be fair, but especially the peppers. So I'm going to take those home and keep an eye on the tomatoes over the next few days. Keep an eye on the temperature, because in the evening lately it's been dropping to about freezing, and we don't want that, do we? So I might try and find a way to protect them extra as well. So we look into that in a bit. All right, let's move these packets of seeds out of the way. Some of them, there's some seeds left in some of them.
So the seeds let them thrive, feel the magic come alive. In every row, in every hue, reggae vibes, our love is true.
Now that the compost bays are finished, we can put the leaves in one of them. They've been waiting here since the autumn. But there's a load of twigs on top. They were from around the allotments, and they just got dumped there. Well, they were on top of the compost, but they were too big to break down. So what I'm going to do is I brought these bags, so I thought I'd take them home, put them through the shredder, then they can go back with the on top of the compost then. So that'll form some of the browns then with the greens, with the vegetable scraps, you know. So and they'll break down far easier then. So some of these are too big to break down, so I'll take them home and put them in the green bin, or we can take them down the tip, bundle them up and take them down the tip. Right, I think that one might go through. Might be an idea to bundle some of these up, actually, the thicker ones, and I'll just take the smaller ones and put them in the bag. It'd be ideal to go through the shredder now because they're quite dry. Bit of an eyesore with all these black bags there, so I'm glad that they're going to be moved. Doug's busy there. He's been busy moving the compost from the old compost bay. He's taken off the fresh stuff that was on the top, and he's put that in with the fresh stuff in the new bay. So that's very twiggy, but there are some worms amongst there. So we'll carry on putting fresh stuff in there. And Doug is going to start now putting the more broken down compost from the old compost bay into this one. So all this now will be going into the new compost bay and be left now just to rot down. There's plenty of worms in amongst it, although they've gone for cover now. Last year I grew some sweet potatoes. I didn't have very many because I was quite late planting them, but I used my own slips. So a good family friend kindly gave me a sweet potato that already had some shoots coming out of the sweet potato. So I planted it and we had lots more slips, and those slips I planted. But like I said, it was quite late. We did have some sweet potatoes, so I thought I'd give it a go this year. Now I've got, these are just your bog standard supermarket sweet potatoes. So I've got 2 here that I'm going to try again with soil. I've put it in an empty mushroom tray with holes in it. And I'm just going to put compost on the top and hope for the best. I've also got one at home that I'm going to try in a glass of water, because you can also do it that way with cocktail sticks put in a glass of water. Now these ones, I was trying to get organic ones because they're not usually treated, but these ones have probably been treated with some sort of coating to stop them shooting. So what I did, I used some tepid soapy water and washed them. Then I give them a good rinse in cold water. So I'm hoping if there is any coating on there that it's washed them off. So all I've got to do now is put some soil on the top, give it a water and hope for the best. Now ideally I would say place these on a sunny windowsill if you can, but I'm going to put these in a polytunnel. A bit concerned about the temperature drop at night. It's starting to get freezing, but I'll see what I can do with these to try and protect them. So fingers crossed it works. And if all else fails, we'll try the other method in a glass of water. Now I've sown my tomatoes and my chilies, and they've been in the polytunnel. But the thing is, the temperature has dropped dramatically now, so I'm worried they're going to rot off if I leave them there, and they're not going to come to anything, not going to germinate, especially the peppers and chilies, because they need a higher temperature to germinate. Tomatoes as well, actually, for that matter. So what I'm going to do, I've got them in the trolley, and I'm going to take them home, keep them in a warm till they pop up, and it forecasts a bit warmer next week, so, and a bit of sunshine. So when that happens, I'll bring them back down and put them in the polytunnel. Hopefully by then there'll be some signs of them starting to pop up. So if not, I'll keep them home a bit longer till they pop their heads up, and then I'll bring them down to the polytunnel. So just going to pop them in the car now.
Out in the sun, where the flowers bloom, with me and Linda digging through the fresh earth's womb. Seeds in our hands, we'll watch them grow. With every laugh and smile, we're stealing the...
We've got a puncture in our wheelbarrow, so I'm going to borrow one of the allotment ones, and then I can shift the leaves and put them in our new compost bay.
Under the sun,
This will do the trick.
feels right. Together we bloom, where the good vibes flow. In a happy allotment, love continues to grow.
This has been looking a bit of an eyesore with all the black bags. They've been there since last autumn when I was collecting the leaves, so I thought it was about time. Now we've got the compost bays done, on plot 2. Time to move the leaves. I tried lifting them up thinking they were going to be nice and light like they were when I brought them, but because the rain's got in, they're quite heavy, hence the wheelbarrow. So let's get on with the job. Quite heavy. I think this could take a while. There's only 2 bags there. Will I do another one? See if I can manage another one. That's not too heavy. There we are. I forget how many bags I collected, but there's quite a few. Some of these bags are heavier than others, so I think I'll leave the really heavy ones to Mr. Muscleman Doug himself. Talking about Mr. Muscleman, here's the man himself. I'm going to need your muscles after, darling, to move some black bags from the over there. Some of them are quite heavy, the bags of leaves.
Well,
okay. Yeah, after you've done that, yeah. Yeah. Doug's been busy taking out the old framework that was here. And it was quite awkward really to grow the grapes. This for the grapes it is. So this is a German grapevine. I'll pop the name up on the screen because it's probably easier to for you to read than it is for me to say it. It's a German grapevine and it makes lovely wine. So looking forward to growing those. So I will be pruning those later on. So and it's the time of year for pruning now. Any time really between December and February. Well, we're in March now, but they still look quite dormant. So I think we'll get away with it. So yeah, so Doug's making this nice framework. It'll be a lot easier to manage than the framework that was there originally. So yeah, doing a great job there, darling. Right, I better get back to emptying those bags. You know what, I thought this was going to be an easy job, and oh, should have left it to Doug really, but never mind. I'll just be glad to see all these black bags gone out of the way and prepare the bed.
In the morning light we plant our seeds. Linda and Doug fulfilling our needs. Pulling up we sharing smiles wide. In our little garden where joy can't hide. We're digging deep, it's a simple delight. Growing together, everything feels right. Oh, Linda and Doug, in the garden we play.
Right, so that's both leaf mold piles now, chock-a-block. This one was supposed to just be for the ones that rotted down from last year. But I didn't have enough space. I think there was about 22 bags in all. I did lose count towards the end, but I think it was roughly about 22 bags went into there. But it doesn't matter. We'll have some lovely compost now, a couple of years' time. They do call this, with the leaf mold, gardener's gold. So we just leave it do its thing now. I did manage to shift them all myself, but you will never guess what I found underneath the bags. Let me go and show you. Look at this. This is underneath where the black bags were, look. Look at those, all rat tunnels, all the way along, look. Unbelievable, isn't it? Looks like they were having great fun there. Well, that was hard work, moving all those bags of leaves. But I do feel a sense of achievement, having done it all myself. Unbelievable, those rat trails. So Doug's had a look. So we're going to leave it like that. We have a bit of frost now. Hopefully the frost will get right in through those tunnels and break up the soil for us. So they may have done us a favour actually. So we'll see. So Doug's going to join me in a minute for a cup of tea. He's just trying to finish off what he's going to do for today. The grapevine frame. So I won't disturb him. I'll wait patiently. If his tea goes cold, then I'll just have to make another one, won't I? Never mind. Anyway, cheers. I'm filthy dirty. My back's aching. But never mind. It's nothing a hot bath wouldn't solve and a washing machine. So it'll be fine. Do you know, I love sitting here and looking at all the spring flowers coming up, the little tater-tate daffodils, and I can see the aquiledias are starting to come up, and the perennial cornflowers. Lots of little bits and bobs popping up. One thing I've spotted that hasn't come up are the tulips. Now, I did have tulips in here along with everything else, but there's little burrows in the soil here, and I think what's happened, I think the rats have probably, or squirrels, but I've not seen any squirrels on this plot. It looks like the rats have been digging in. It looks as if they can eat tulips, but they've left my daffodils alone, so that's something, isn't it? Look on the bright side. At least we got daffodils, even if we haven't got tulips. Won't stop me planting them again next year, though. I will, and maybe I'll stick them down a bit deeper so they can't smell them. Because how did they know? How did they know they were there? How clever are these rats? Eh? I don't know. I've got 3 lots of root trainers here, and each one holds 32. So I plant 32 of something in each one. So I've decided to plant some broad beans. Now, I did plant some broad beans, well before Christmas, but the rats dug them all up. And they were the Aqua Dulce Claudia. So I'm going to sow some more of those today. And I've also got some Grano Violetto. They're a darker broad bean. And I've also got these broad beans here, Masterpiece Green Long Pod. So I'm going to grow 3 lots of broad beans. And to help solve the rat problem, well, I've got a sown device in the polytunnel now, so I'm hoping that's going to do the trick anyway. But they do come with covers. So what I'll do, I'll put a cover on there and put some elastic around it, and hopefully the rats won't be too tempted to go in there. I know if they want them, they'll gnaw through the plastic. But I'm hoping that, you know, it sort of helps to put them off along with the sown device. So I've got Danny's dibber here. Let me show you if you haven't received yours yet. Oh, he's very kind. I'm just giving loads of these out. I think he's in the process of getting some more done. I wasn't going to use it. I was going to keep it. It was been in the shed on display, and I thought, oh, I should use it really. It is, you know, it is to be used, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make indents in all of them, and then I'll just pop the broad bean in and cover them over. So it would hurt. It wouldn't it if I put the labels in there, really, so I know which one I'm putting in which.
Out in the sun, where the flowers bloom, with me and Linda digging through the fresh earth's womb. Seeds in our hands, we'll watch them grow. With every laugh and smile, we're stealing the show. Planting our dreams in a row, so neat. Gardening with Linda, oh what a delight. Under the sun, everything feels right. Together we bloom, where the good vibes flow. In our happy allotment, love continues to grow. tomatoes and peppers, colors so bright. We water them gently till they burst with life, sharing the harvest. What a joyous scene in our little paradise. It's just like a dream. The bees are busy singing along, gardening with Linda. Oh, what a delight.
Thanks for watching.